Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Sam Redgate-Large channel. And I don't know why I look so hot all of a sudden, but welcome back to the Sam Redgate-Large channel. And tonight we have got Inter Milan and we have got Liverpool playing in the Champions League. We're having a few I think the best way to say it is teething issues tonight. I'm not quite sure why the thumbnail isn't insistent on working for tonight. It shows up okay on my actual account, but hopefully that corrects itself shortly. Not too sure on why it's doing that, if I'm honest with you. Not too sure. And some of the description as well has also changed. So who knows, eh? Who knows? But we are here and we are ready to talk about Liverpool and we're ready to talk about Inter Milan as well. Good stuff, good stuff. And we'll see how this goes. If this doesn't set itself up correctly, I might just change it and sort it out in a little while. We'll get ourselves back live depending on what's going on. I'm trying to find out on other accounts to see if it comes up in a similar manner. Alright, it's fine on this account. Maybe it's just my phone playing up at the moment. Potentially. But anyway, guys. Welcome back. It is another day. It is another dawn. And it's Inter Milan. It's Liverpool. It's going to be feisty. And hopefully it's going to be brilliant again tonight. We know how good these two sides are. It was a good game last time out. It was a long time for Liverpool before they got ahead. And to be honest with you, you sit and you look at Liverpool and you go, I'm not really sure that Liverpool were the better side, if I'm honest with you. I'm not really sure they were over the course of 90 minutes. I don't think Liverpool were the better side. And fortunately for them, and unfortunately in the same breath, unfortunately for Inter Milan, it did culminate in Inter actually losing the game last time out. But, oh my God, why do I look so sweaty? I've literally just got out of the shower about 40 minutes ago. And I look absolutely red hot. It's not even that hot in here at the moment. But who knows? Who knows, eh? Who knows? Let me just share the post. There we are. So let's talk Liverpool. Let's talk Inter Milan. Of course, the winner of tonight's game will, most importantly, take them through to the next leg of the UEFA Champions League, or the next round, should I say, rather than the next leg. They will be going through to the next round, and that is the round of 16. And Liverpool and Inter Milan are two teams that definitely have aspirations of getting to that level. It is two teams that will be gunning for the title as well. So maybe if they go out tonight, is it too much of a problem? We'll wait and see. I'm sure both sides will be looking to ideally stay in this competition for as long as possible. But who knows? Anything can change. Anything can happen, really, with these two sides. Anything can most certainly happen. But we'll have a walk through the teams, we'll talk about it, and we'll see, what do we think is going to happen in tonight's game. It should be an exciting one. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, Champions League football back once again last week. I can't remember what it was last week. It was FA Cup, wasn't it, in midweek last week. And that obviously was exciting as well. And we had the final of those FA Cup matches conclude yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday, with Huddersfield Town being knocked out. Unfortunately, I was hoping for a game at Anfield, but Huddersfield Town being knocked out by Nottingham Forest. So it will be Liverpool and Nottingham Forest in the next round in that game at Anfield. But tonight we've got Champions League football, and what better time to talk about two of the real giants of their domestic leagues in terms of Liverpool and, of course, Inter Milan. Liverpool and Inter Milan are absolutely fantastic, if you ask me. Two teams that are right up there in terms of who's the best in the league and who is really going to challenge what's the best way to say it? Come the end of the season. I think whichever of these teams, obviously, I think Liverpool will be more favoured to go through. But whichever of these two sides goes through, we expect them to go a long, long way. Especially Liverpool. We know how good Liverpool can be. We do, don't we? We know how good they can be on a Champions League night. And I've got Mr. Champions League behind me today. Although that being said, I was supposed to change it out for a different photo. If I can find where the photo is, then I will change it for you and get that all sorted. But afternoon, Jay back. How are we doing? How are we doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. It is going to be an interesting one. Two very good teams. Yes, hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head there, haven't you, Jay back? Hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. Two brilliant, brilliant sides who more than capable, like I say, of doing real damage to one another. And let's have a look through the teams then for today. Let me get sofa scores up and we can have a talk. We can have a look, see what changes have been made to both sides. Of course, Liverpool do come into this game with a 2-0 lead over Inter Milan, like I touched on a few moments ago. A 2-0 lead, which is obviously massively important, especially going to Anfield. You don't want to have to get a 2-goal lead back at Anfield and on any day, let alone a Champions League day. A Champions League night is not where you want to go in terms of Liverpool. You don't want to go to Liverpool on a Champions League night. And here we go. Let's swap over and let's get the screen all loaded up for us, ladies and gents. Let's get it all loaded up. Where are we? Here we go. There we are, ladies and gents. There we are. So let me know your score predictions. We'll have a run through the team and the big story for tonight. The headline, which is going to be going through, is Thiago Alcantara returning to the Liverpool side. Thiago, of course, we know the talent of him. Maybe haven't seen the best, but we know the talent of Thiago in general, and of course in that midfield for Liverpool. And so Liverpool do name unchanged back five in. I say back five, back four in the goalkeeper, with Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk, and Alexander Robertson. No, Andrew Robertson playing as the four at the back, and of course there's no real introduction needed for those four. They are very. Oh, I said unchanged. Actually, Joel Matip has come in for Canate. I've just spotted that one, just clocked that one from the weekend, from their 1-0 win against West Ham United. And the less said about that Sadio Mane goal, the better. I've already rambled on about that enough. Then into midfield, we have Curtis Jones, Fabinho and Thiago. So a balance there of someone who's going to be able to pick out the fine passes in Thiago, someone who's going to work their socks off up and down the pitch in terms of Curtis Jones, and someone who is going to be that rock in centre defensive midfield in Fabinho, who will have that experience in midfield, an experience as well, like we say. A midfield as well, like we say, with bags of experience. And afternoon to Shane, who has said Inter 17-0. That's what he's hoping for tonight. I mean, I think you're a little bit optimistic with that one, Shane. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that might be the most optimistic scoreline prediction we have had on the Sam Redgate-Large channel for a long time. Apologies for disappearing then. But that might be very optimistic. But who knows, eh? Who knows? Have we seen crazier things? I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. But we'll move on and let's talk Inter Milan. And Inter Milan are naming a 3-5-2 once again. They did this last time out, and the important players there for them, of course, I think we found out, was it De Vrij, who played 90 minutes or at least 67 minutes of football with a concussion. And you know, maybe that affected the way that he played, most likely. But there was more questions, wasn't there, about that? We have that concussion substitution in place now. Why wasn't that concussion substitution used for Stefan De Vrij? And he's back tonight. Hopefully we can see a good game from him at centre-half. Because despite that, I tell you what, despite that, he was pretty good, if you ask me. Despite that, he did do a pretty good job. And Inter, like I say, they just cracked at the last moment. It took a couple of mistakes from Inter Milan rather than a few good goals from Liverpool for Liverpool to score last time out. And the cliche is that the best teams, they always, what's the word? They always win when they don't play well, or they tend to win when they don't play well. And that's the sign of a good team, because when they need that look, they get that look. And of course, Liverpool are one of those teams. And in the Champions League specifically, we have seen that look shine through multiple times, haven't we? And last leg of this tie was definitely one of them. Then, let's move on. Let's talk about the team then. That's enough rambling on about Stefan de Vrij. In goal is Samir Handanovic, the captain for this evening. Oh, Virgil van Dijk's the captain in the other team. I don't know who I thought it would be, but surprised me slightly. Then moving on, the three at the back is Bastoni, De Vrij and Milan Skriniar. As we know, last time out, these three at the back were very, very solid. There was just a couple of mistakes in there, a few moments of switching off, which allowed Liverpool to bag. And, you know, there's an uphill battle tonight, and if they're going to go through tonight, it's very, very important that defensive foursome or trio, or however you want to say your defenders and your goalkeeper, that they need to play well. And I can see this being a vitally, vitally important part of the pitch. That defensive area, keep Salah quiet, like he was at the weekend against West Ham. Keep Sadio Mane quiet, and, you know, try your best to keep all three of them quiet, because that's all you can do. Afternoon to Curved, who says Liverpool 3, Inter Milan 1. So Curve going with a straightforward Liverpool to go through to the next round. 5-1 on aggregate, though. That would be a statement from Liverpool, wouldn't it? That would most certainly be a statement from Liverpool. I'll get to mine in a second, but lovely to have you in, Curved. Hope you're doing well, mate. Then let's have a look across that midfield, or with the wing backs for the name just went from my head there. Inter Milan. I nearly said Italy for some strange reason. But Inter Milan's fullbacks, and I spoke about this a few times out there. Ivan Perisic, I wasn't overly convinced on him playing as a fullback. The last two times I've seen him as a wing-back, he has looked pretty good defensively. He's got a defensive knowledge. He knows what his role is in that job. And of course, he's got Bastoni to back him up. And maybe it is more of a four at the back with an elbow, as I have. If you guys don't know what that is, it's where, as you can see on your screen here, this is like an elbow shape here. So it's like an elbow. Imagine that's your arm, and then there's your elbow. So that's how it would be, and then it dropped back into a four at the back. But most likely, Perisic will be playing as that wing back, and we've seen that. And despite him being more of an attacking midfielder, or typically a more wide player, Ivan Perisic does seem to do a really good job at that left wing back role. Obviously tonight he's most certainly up against it with the probably two of the best players in the league. I was going to say the two best players in the league, but I'll leave you guys to decide that one. But two of the best players in the league, and on form, the best player in the world, Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold on that right-hand side. So it's a big ask for him to keep those two quiet. Whereas on the other side, of course, Andrew Robertson and Sadio Mane are a big ask for Milan Skriniar and Dumfries. But when you've got Vidal in on that side as well, it just makes it a lot easier. It just relaxes you just slightly. And the three across midfield, I spoke about Vidal last time. I thought he had a really good game last time. He knew just how to rile up the Liverpool players, and he was just sort of starting to get into their heads over the course of the 90 minutes. He picked himself up a booking though, and I do believe he got subbed off after that, which obviously a good technique. And then Brozovic and Kalan Oglu complete the midfield with Alexis Sanchez, formerly of Manchester United, and Lautaro Martinez up front. And that does mean that Edin Dzeko, who started the last game, isn't playing for tonight. He did miss a huge opportunity in the last leg at 1-0 to Liverpool, which obviously would have smashed this game wide open. It would have taken it absolutely wide open. Afternoon, Oliver. Oh, Oliver and Curved. Is the thumbnail working properly? Because on my phone it isn't working, but on my laptop, oh god, that sounded very I don't even know, it just sounded like a funny accent. My laptop isn't, it's showing it, but my phone isn't. It's very, very strange. Anyway, Edin Dzeko, sorry, I was just going to say, missed a big opportunity at 1-0 to Liverpool that obviously, you come back and it's bitten him on the backside. And as you can see, there is a very, very stacked bench for both sides tonight. Let's have a look at some of the talent on those benches. Konstantinos Tsimikas, you've got Joe Gomez, you've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, James Milner, Minamino, Javi Elliott, Jordan Henderson, Naby Keita, Luis Diaz, and Divock Origi, big cock Divock as well, on the bench. And then, of course, for Inter Milan, you've got D'Ambrosio, you've got Ranocchia, you've got DeMarco, Vecino, Damian, Gersons, Gagliardini, I'm trying to pronounce these names right, Correa, Caicedo, and Edin Dzeko. And a big ask for them tonight, definitely a big ask for them tonight. But we have seen some incredible nights, haven't we, at Anfield, and maybe it's time for Anfield to have a shock themselves. We've seen in recent years, haven't we, so many big, brilliant comebacks. Thumbnail is showing for me. Okie dokes, maybe that's just, I don't know. I really don't know. It was just glitching out when I went to go live. But either way, it's as long as it's sorted for you guys, that is absolutely fine. Maybe it was just me. Sam, you just saying random names. I'm not just saying random names. Believe me. These are some of the best players on the planet in these two teams tonight. Oh, there we are. And we're just about to kick off. And Curve's asked he's popped the question, Curve has. Yes, I will. No. My score prediction for tonight. I am going to go with, I think it will be 1-1 is what I'm saying. I think Liverpool will concede first. And then they will get one. There'll be a little bit of a worry going into half-time. Liverpool will score before half-time, and then the game will just close up. Of course, we've got no away goals in these legs anymore, which is, I will leave that up to you to decide whether that's a good thing. I personally, I love a bit of away goal drama, don't I? I love a bit of away goal drama. Oh, Curve's got a tenfold. Nice, Curved. How much does that return? Oh, how much does that return? And Oliver is going 2-1 to Liverpool as well. So I think we're all back in Liverpool at the moment. Can I remind you guys, if you are enjoying this stream, do be sure to smash that like button for us. Try get us up towards that 15 likes and of course, hit subscribe as well. This is going to be a very chilled stream because I am absolutely knackered is the best way to say it. I've had I'm only 2 days into work and it's, there we are, we're underway in the first half. Yeah, we're only 2 days into the week and I've already had a long week and working on the Saturday as well this week. So it's going to be a long week, but you know, Manchester City tomorrow night should be good, some good football to go and watch. But Inter Milan have got us kicked off and underway. They're playing in their alternative kit for tonight. Liverpool playing in their home kit. And I was watching a stat, just because we're talking about Italian football at the moment. Just because we're talking about that, I was looking at a stat the other day that it was the number of kits from Napoli, and they've had like 8-9 kits this season so far, and absolutely blew my mind. I didn't realise you could change your kits or swap stuff about your kits so freely. I guess, obviously, you know, we've had some seasons where, like, Chelsea wore their 125th anniversary FA Cup one, or whatever it was, but it's really strange. Curves put 1-1 very interesting. I think Salah will get 2 today. He fired a blank, didn't he, at the weekend? And so if I was Inter Milan, I'd be like, oh God, that means he has to score tonight, doesn't he, Mohamed Salah? He has to. He's fired a blank at the weekend. So surely he has to score tonight. Who knows, eh? Who knows? Trent Alexander-Arnold clears that one out. Under a little bit of pressure there from Alexis Sanchez. Only finds Bastoni there. Trent Alexander-Arnold with a poor header there, and it's found Vidal, who has gone back into Ivan Perisic. Perisic tries to go down the line there, and that's blocked by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's managed to somehow get himself a goal kick. Afternoon, Curly. How are we doing, mate? How are we doing? And do let us know your score prediction for tonight's match. I know you're probably sat upset about the fact that Huddersfield Town went out in the FA Cup last night, but you can't win everything, can you? They're going to win the league, so they can't win everything. Can't win everything. Oh, let me just turn down the volume just slightly, just because my levels are reading. Curly, that PFP. Yeah, it's me from like I'm 15. I don't even know how I found that photo. You must have literally had that on your phone for like a birthday or a Christmas. Sam, I win 1,200 if Salah is top scorer in the Prem this season. I mean, is water wet? Curved, is water wet? Salah trying to dance inside there. You've got to be confident with that one, Curve, surely. I know obviously you won't say you are, but you've got to be somewhat confident because look at the position he's in. He's absolutely stormed ahead so far. He's almost top assister as well at the moment, so even better. Vidal here. Rolls it into Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez looks for Lautaro Martinez. Might have been offside there, but the play continues. Here's Ivan Perisic, who drops it off into Calhanoglu. Calhanoglu looking for Alexis Sanchez once again. Sanchez picks out a pass, looking towards Dumfries, who's making a run in behind there. Dumfries, the Dutch wing back, he drops it back. He's whipped in this time by Milan Skriniar. Lautaro Martinez was underneath. It came out to Calhanoglu. And Inter Milan just started with a little bit of intent here at the moment. Just started with a little bit of intent. They look like they're wanting to get themselves on the front foot early. And obviously that is something that they had to do. But it is good to see that they are doing it and they're putting it into action in this opening 3 or 4 minutes. They need to get themselves onto it and make sure that that Liverpool crowd doesn't get behind Liverpool too early on. Of course, there will be moments, and we know it with Liverpool, don't we? We know it with Liverpool, that there will be moments, of course, where the Liverpool fans get behind them, and the wind will be in their sails, and they'll be absolutely flying. But it's about managing that, and making sure that they themselves are able to get on the ball and potentially get themselves a goal. And like I said, if they get that first goal, it's going to cause a few really, really big problems for Liverpool. A few really, really big problems. And all I can say is that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a good game tonight. Hoping for a really, really good game tonight. Evening, Max. How are we doing, mate? Got a good chance of good money, Curved. He most certainly has. Curved, how much did you put on for the stake, if you don't mind me asking? Ooh. Just a little foul there on from Curtis Jones on Bastoni there. Not too much in it. Both going for the ball. To be honest, Forest deserve the win. I can't complain. They have the FA Cup. We'll take promotion instead. Absolutely, Curly. That's the way to look at it. Hopefully, Huddersfield can beat Bournemouth in their next few games because they've got Bournemouth in the next 3. And then it just piles a little bit of pressure on Bournemouth because they have like 4 games in hand, Bournemouth do, in the Championship over Huddersfield Town. And obviously, there's only a point ahead. But it just put a little bit of pressure on that automatic positions. But that's enough Championship talk. Ooh, Alexis Sanchez putting Van Dijk under a little bit of pressure there. The big Dutch centre-half, he went down, but the referee said nothing wrong. And fortunately, he still managed to get his pass off. Calhanoglu finds Sanchez here, and he's played it out wide to Ivan Perisic. Perisic, he's got Lautaro Martinez in the box, and that's just headed clear just. And Dumfries from the edge of the box there takes a bit of a swing at it, and it's gone safely into the hands of Alisson Becker. Good play there once again by Inter Milan, looking to go down that left-hand side, and that's maybe where they suit better going forward. Where they suit better going forward is that left-hand side because of, as I mentioned earlier, the attacking talents of Ivan Perisic is maybe a little bit more confident. Jota looks to go forward there, and that's where Dumfries comes into his own there, bullying Mane away from the ball. 300 quid, Sam. I mean, the thing is with it, Salah, 300 quid, it's like, it sounds like a lot, and of course to a lot of people it is a lot. To me it is a lot, but Mohamed Salah to win it at 4-1, you know, don't you? With Mohamed Salah, he's at least going to take it to the very, very last day, or at least the final few weeks, and even then you should be able to cash out for a lot of your money. Calhanoglu there trying to break free, but Andy Robertson's read his pass. That's more than I earn in a year. Jokes. Hopes it comes in for you, Curved. Yes, we've all got our fingers and toes crossed for you, Curved. All got our fingers and toes crossed for you. But hopefully that'll be a nice gift for you at the end of the season. That'll pay for your summer holiday, I think. Well, it paid for my summer holiday. I don't know how much Curve's spending on his summer holidays. Evening, Fraser. How are we doing? You've gone with 2-1 to Liverpool. I've gone with 1-1 to Liverpool for tonight. I've gone with 1-1 for tonight. Trent Alexander-Arnold to take a throw in here. You know what I always think, whenever I watch like the old Champions League things, and you can see like the advertisement round the sides, and you see like PlayStation 2, or even some of the even older than that, where you talk about the PlayStation advertising boards, and you just think, like, I remember watching Liverpool versus AC Milan in that final, yes, the final, and all the way around the outside it's like PlayStation. And I remember watching it live and it's saying PlayStation 2, and now we're on like PlayStation 5, and it's absolutely mental. Andy Robertson there breaking down the line. He looked to play that one in, and it's blocked by De Vrij, and Liverpool with an early corner here. An opportunity to get Van Dijk and Joel Matip up, and potentially a good ball in. I'll buy Josh a new mic. His mic drives me nuts, don't tell him. Sometimes I wonder if Josh's mic is plugged in, because sometimes it just sounds like it's coming through that. Like, I always tap mine to make sure it's working. Oh, that was a good ball in there from Robertson. Headed clear by Vidal, who had Mane closing in him. It's come out to Mohamed Salah here. Whipped in by Trent. Headed clear there by Bastoni. Fabinho's still up there. Tries to knock it back down. Looking towards Salah. Headed clear once again. Thiago gets it down. Flicked over by Fabinho. And straight into the hands of... straight into the hands of Handanovic. Screenshots Curve's message. I'm saving for a motorbike, Sam. Nice, Curved. Love it. Love it. My dad's got a motorbike. He's a big motorbike man. Dumfries. Brilliant tackle there to nick that one off. He drops it to Brozovic. Into Calhanoglu. Calhanoglu just trying to get Brozovic just to calm the tempo down a little bit here, because Liverpool starting to put in a bit of a shift themselves. Skriniar drops it back into Brozovic. Brozovic drops his shoulder to get away from Jota. Here's Calhanoglu, who finds Alexis Sanchez, and here they go up this left-hand side once again. Here's Ivan Perisic up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Perisic goes straight by Alexander-Arnold, whips it in, but the cross is too close to Alisson Becker. Jokers in the chat. Absolutely. Just saying, once again, that left-hand side, they must be looking at maybe Trent's defensive weaknesses. I'm using that, with inverted commas, because I personally think they're not as infatuated as a lot of people make out. But I do think there are still some there. However, I think Inter Milan are going to use the fact that they've got Perisic on that left-hand side, a brilliant attacker, and put him on Trent Alexander-Arnold and make sure that he doesn't have to come back and mark Salah tightly, leave Salah to Bastoni, and then Perisic can be 1v1 on Alexander-Arnold as much as possible and try and get down that byline and put a cross in, looking for Lautaro Martinez or Alexis Sanchez. That being said, if they do get down to that byline, they do need to pull it back to feet rather than in the air, because no chance in hell is Lautaro Martinez or Alexis Sanchez going to win a header against Joel Matip or Virgil van Dijk. Inter Milan have just lost the ball here on the edge of their own box. Here's Jota, who drops it into Andy Robertson. All the Inter players just got themselves back in position quite quickly there. They were trying to play their way out and didn't quite do it very well. And Liverpool able to nick the ball. I think it was Sadio Mane there who was really switched on. Alexander-Arnold looks for Curtis Jones, and it's intercepted there by Calhanoglu and played off Curtis Jones once again for a throw-in. Sorry to say though, Curved, I think Jeffrey Schlupp is going to get the golden boot this year. Schlupp couldn't get golden syrup. Yeah, definitely. That was such a random player to come out with as well, Curly. Oh, Matip spanned that one a little bit. Vidal's underneath it. He might be able to get a second bite of the cherry there. And he's been shrugged off the ball by Lautaro Martinez. And it falls to Dumfries. Dumfries up against Robertson and Thiago. Both following him. He keeps going wider here, Dumfries. He might have to play for a throw-in. Drops it in nicely to Vidal there. He's done quite well. Who nearly gives away the ball to Sadio Mane. But Brozovic nicked it back. And... just a few wayward passes there from Inter Milan. And they've had to go all the way back to the edge of their own box. I am fearless, Fraser, and I'm police trained. Crikey, no one messed with curved. No one messed with curved. Not like we were going to in the first place, but no one messed with curved. David Large loves motorbikes. He does, Max. He definitely does. He 100% does. It's kind of weird that you know his name, but yeah. It's not hard to guess, really. Generic person name. Generic 40-year-old male name. 50-year-old male name. Oh, don't tell anyone. I thought he was 40. He'd be laughing his way to the shop. Calhanoglu looks for Alexis Sanchez into Vidal. Vidal, this is an opportunity. Oh, he's going to put it in anyway, but the flag's got up. He's put it in anyway. Vidal's done the right thing though to put it in the back of the net there. The flag had gone up. I'm unsure as to whether Lautaro Martinez. Oh, it goes to Alexis Sanchez. I thought it was Lautaro Martinez who was potentially playing him on. Curly, I can't even see that photo. I bet you've got a cool dad, Sam. That's what my friends tell me, but he likes to embarrass me more than anything. You'd have to ask Curly, who's probably a nice neutral for that one. And Curly, is that photo from... I can't see it because it doesn't come up on the screen. Where have you got that photo from? Is that me when I have no hair? Where have you got that photo? How are you doing this? I don't know where these photos are. Robertson looked to put a ball in there, and that's easily read there by Bastoni. Had to be aware, though, as Mo Salah kicking around behind him. Inter Milan look to go on the attack again. Sanchez putting in some hard graft there up front, and he's just been a little bit unlucky there as the touch went out for a throw-in. Big Dave is my hero. He's probably listening. It's from Sport... Yeah, but how have you got that photo? I know it's from Sports Day because I have no hair on it. Curtis Jones pops inside. Really good play there by Curtis Jones, who drops it off to Mohamed Salah. Salah back into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool just having to come back once again. There's a lot of uniform about this Inter Milan defensive structure at the moment. Almost as if Calhanoglu's moving up and it's like a 3-4-3 when they need to defend, so that they can hit quickly on the attack. And Liverpool have just somehow got themselves a corner there. Maybe a lapse of concentration from Stefan de Vrij, who puts it out for a corner. Liverpool corner then. Let's see what they can do. Let's have a goal. I will take a goal over anything else at the moment. Let's see what's happening in the other game as well. And Bayern Munich have scored to make it 1-0 to Bayern Munich against Salzburg. Of course, Salzburg came into this game at 1-1. Just like I predicted in my prediction video, I did say I thought that Salzburg might be able to hold them at their own place. That corner straight into... the hands of the goalkeeper there from the head of Van Dijk. It was a decent attempt, but straight down the throat of the keeper. And just in the other game, like I say, Bayern Munich have gone 1-0 up. Still not game over for Salzburg, who are 2-1 down on aggregate following that 1-1 draw, but definitely will make it just a little bit harder for the Austrian team, especially having to come from behind now. Everyone changes their profile picture to Sam Bald. That was not a good time, I'm telling you that now. You won't see that again until I physically go bald. Ball over the top again there, looking for Sadio Mane. Just ushered out of play by Handanovic. If you haven't already, guys, do be sure to smash that like button. And if you are new, get in the chat and talk to us. Let us know what your thoughts are. Is that curved or curly? I'm going to have to work out. Curved and curly, can you orchestrate so that when it comes up like on the screen, where Max is now, can you like orchestrate it so you say it at the same time, and then I can see if it's both says curve, like C-U-R, because it's really, really annoying me. Sam, are you a boxing fan? I'm not an overly big boxing fan. I watch it, sort of like with the Olympics and stuff, but I'm not a massive, massive boxing fan. That being said, I did meet Nicola Adams last night. I'm sure that'll mean something to you, Curved. Nicola Adams, double Olympic gold medalist. Hold that thought, though. Alexis Sanchez breaks forward. Oh, that pass to Ivan Perisic had to be better. Trent Alexander-Arnold there. Just digs him out. Just digs his team out of a little bit of trouble there, as Alexis Sanchez was looking good going forward there, and Calhanoglu's regained the possession once again, and Brozovic, a little bit of a sloppy pass there. Afternoon, Shah. How are we doing? This is Curve speaking. I missed that one. Curved is in capitals, Curly is not. Good spot. Good spot, Max. Good spot, thank you. Curly, you're not getting me. But last night I was at an event and Nicola Adams was there, which I was quite pleased with. I've got a photo with her, which obviously I'm very pleased with. Double Olympic gold medalist. And yeah. I'll send you the photo, Curly, once I've got it sorted. In fact, are you on your phone, Curly? Let me send you something. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. It's good. Salah gets himself on the ball there and just been fouled there by Perisic as Perisic looks to come back into position there. I think you're too young, Oliver. I think you're too young. I hate to say it because she was only active like 2016, but I think you're too young, mate, to know who she is. Where's Curly? Joseph, I've sent you a text message. Sam, after your stream, can you check your TikTok? Yes, of course. A bunch of lads jump leads. A bunch of jump leads. Okay, I read that so wrong. A bunch of jump leads walk into a bar. The bartender says, "I'll serve you, but don't start." I had faith in that being a lot better. I saw it was Curly's comment, but I had faith in that being a lot better. Fabinho, I thought he'd won the ball up high there, and Vidal's just gone down there, just clutching his knee. Maybe a little bit of tactical play there. 20 minutes in, though. Both teams definitely still in this. Don't get me wrong, Inter Milan, I was hoping for a bit of a faster start in terms of getting themselves a goal, and I think obviously they will have been as well. But both teams still in this from a neutral perspective. Liverpool fans will be wanting a goal sooner rather than later to try and put this one to bed. Sam, why is Ronaldo there? Because he's missed the Champions League, that's why. He's missed the Champions League. And because I was about to change it at the beginning of the stream, but I was having too many problems, so I didn't. Fabinho there was actually... The referee actually got in his way, and as a result, he ended up committing a foul. I'm not sure you can do much about that one there from Fabinho. Just a little bit in the way, referee. In the way, lad. Move your big butt out the way, dude. I'm trying to find it now, how to change it, but I can't find it. But there we go. Let's check the other game. Bayern Munich have gone 2-0 up in the other game. So, I guess that you've got to say that is game over for Salzburg in the other game. But we're still alive in this game. Lovely dummy there from Alexis Sanchez and Lautaro Martinez. It was a beautiful dummy by Alexis Sanchez, who just let it run through his legs from the pass from Calhanoglu. And Lautaro Martinez thought he'd have Trent Alexander-Arnold for pace, but he didn't quite, did he? Did not quite. Didn't quite have him. And unfortunately, because that could have been a really good position to sort of be in for Inter Milan. It could have been a really, really good position to be in. But No can do. No can do at the moment. It's going to be... I think this is going to go down to the wire, if I'm honest with you. I think it might go there. I'm trying to work out where this thing is to change the background, because I was going to change it back to the Chelsea one, with it being the Champions League winning one. Here's Salah going down the right-hand side. He looks to pull it back there for Diogo Jota, and Brozovic has just nicked that one, but he's given the ball back away here to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who looks for Salah again, and it's been intercepted once again with that ball looking forward. Brozovic carries. Really good play there from Alexis Sanchez. He looks good. He looks like he wants it. Alexis Sanchez. Maybe a little bit of form here for the Chilean. I've done this before. I said it last time with Vidal. I can't remember if it was Chilean or Chilean. But I'm going with Chilean. Chilean Mbappe. Sorry, that made me laugh too much. Ring, ring. Matip. Oh, I thought he was fouled there. Referee says play on. Here's Andy Robertson, who drops it into Diogo Jota. Back to Robertson once again. Here's Thiago at the edge of the box. Here's Mohamed Salah now, who drops it off once again. Curtis Jones. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is he going to cross it? Pulls it back instead to Fabinho. And Alexis Sanchez is everywhere. Alexis Sanchez full of confidence against Liverpool tonight. He looks absolutely full of confidence. No chances for Liverpool then? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. If you guys are ahead of me, there might be, but not at the moment. It doesn't look like it as of yet. Oh, I finally worked out where it is. Hang on. Hang on. There we are. Sorted. There we are. Trent Alexander-Arnold into the feet of Jota. Jota into Mohamed Salah, who's been a little bit quiet so far in this early 25 minutes, but it doesn't really matter with Mo Salah, does it? Give him half an opportunity, half a sniff. And I think we can say it's game over now. We can definitely say it's game over now. Lewandowski has scored... Has he scored a third, Robert Lewandowski, in this game? He has. He's scored 2 penalties and he scored a third now. So, game over in the other one. Bayern Munich, we've got to say now, 3 goals ahead in the other game. Got to be through, haven't they? Nice, Max, nice. I saw an advert of a bloke selling a TV with the volume broke. I thought to myself, I can't turn that down. Curly, you rascal, says Curved. Curly's got so many dad jokes. Would you like to hear my best one? We'll go for it. I've got to remember it. That is the question. Just slightly younger than the Sam. What are you on about? What's going on?
Get the attention of the clubs and their particular medical personnel.
Okay, so there has been another... I feel like it's been in the last 3 games I've actually streamed, but there's been another concern for a fan in the crowd, and so we're just having a bit of a drinks break here between Liverpool and Inter Milan. And whilst we've got that, hopefully the fan in the stand is okay. We're just having a bit of a drinks break. I was trying to work it out because I was like, it's Anfield. It's not going to be like a standard drinks break. I can tell you now, if it's 25 degrees at Anfield, I'm a little bit annoyed that it's not now. Yeah, Curly, you hadn't broken me. I was just trying to read. I was trying to see what happened rather than me actually read it. Sam's the unlucky person. It's happening too much, this medical thing. But the thing is, how are they going to stop it? It isn't. It's good that it is stopping. That's the thing. It's good that we've now got the awareness of this, because a few weeks ago, even before Ericsson, this wasn't a thing. And maybe people were going through small strokes, small heart attacks in the stands thinking, oh, it's absolutely fine, and going home and having problems. But now we're able to, whatever it may be, even if it's just a small migraine, now we're able to give the people the support. And that's the important part. You can say it's happening too much. Maybe part of it is that, of course, immune systems, stresses, stuff like that, because we've all been locked inside because of COVID, have been different. Maybe that is. Maybe that is a thing. Maybe we have been in this situation. But anything could happen, and I think it's one of those things where now that we're aware of it, it's happening more often, because since Fabrice Muamba, the number of casualties that have been from heart attacks, I'm sure across the country, because now defibrillators are... I was just listening to Darren Fletcher there just to make sure that everything was okay. It seems like everything's okay. But I think since Fabrice Muamba, that knowledge generally has improved, and now the number of defibrillators, got it that time, I'm not saying that word again, but at grassroots has improved, and so that's part of it as well. So now we're being able to, now that we're aware of these things and see the stresses that the human heart and the human brain and whatever it may be, whatever causes it is under, we are back underway, is under, we can now deal with it better. And you can have your conspiracy theories or whatever your theories are, but like Fraser said there, and you maybe there is a link. But also, I think the important thing to notice is that actually it's us being better prepared and us having the option to. Because maybe last time, what happened was, say if someone's in the stadium, they've gone with their uncle or they've gone with their friend or whoever it may be. Maybe they've gone previously and they've gone, oh, that don't feel good, and so they've gone to one of the stewards, and the game has continued, rather than the game stopping. And I think the game stopping is a pleasant touch and a brilliant touch, and something that we should absolutely be crediting them for. Dumfries there just gives away a foul on Sadio Mane. Mane's touch was a bit heavy in the first place, so he's done quite well actually to win the ball back there. Yeah, I agree, Curly. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but yeah, when you say something, you see it everywhere. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, isn't it? And like Fraser says, it never happened that much when there was no vaccine. But also, since Christian Eriksen had his heart attack, how much have we ramped everything up? It's because the option's there. If the option's there, people will choose to take it. If it's not there, if they think, I'll just go to a steward, whoever's having a problem. Oh, off the crossbar there from Van Dijk. Oh, it was a good ball in. Oh, sorry, off Matip. It was a brilliant ball in there from Trent Alexander-Arnold. A brilliant ball in. Ball in. And he's pinged off his head and it's rattled off the crossbar there from the free kick. Is it 4-0, says Shah? 4-0. Wow. Bayern Munich taking this one. But just to finish up on Fraser's point, I think it's more the fact that we are so aware of it now. The option is there. If you give someone an option to do it, they will do it. It's like, if the option's not there, you're not going to try or bother or try and do it, are you? It's just not an option. Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I thought he was going to score there. Van Dijk's put a header wide from inside the 6-yard box. Van Dijk's put the header right wide. Oh, it's hit Skriniar. I'll let him off. It's hit Skriniar. He's flicked it onto Skriniar. Oh my gosh. He's flicked it onto Skriniar and it's gone behind for another corner. I thought Van Dijk had just had a 50p head for a moment there. I thought he'd... Oh, gosh. Trent Alexander-Arnold whips it in, this time looking for the front post, and it's intercepted again, but it comes back out to Trent, and that's a better ball in this time from Trent, and that one's headed it clear by Skriniar. That was much better, that second ball in from Trent Alexander-Arnold there. I genuinely thought that Van Dijk had just missed that one, but it was actually a good piece of defensive play there from Milan Skriniar. ironically, that Milan Skriniar plays for Inter. It must be boring being a Bayern fan. You just demolish every single game. Spence will be happy though. He will, but it must just be boring. Surely. That being said, I swear what they do is they just like lose one game against some stinker of a team just to make everyone believe that anyone else could win it, and then go on like a 15-game win streak of constant wins, including people like Wolfsburg, RB Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund. Then they'll lose to like, I don't know, they'll lose to like Hertha Berlin, and then all of a sudden they'll go, oh yeah, we're going to do all of these again. We're going to go on another 15-win streak and just give you that little bit of belief. Here goes Matip, and Matip looked like he landed a little bit funny there. Serge Gnabry's got that fourth, by the way, in that other game. How good is Virgil van Dijk? And there was actually a thing, now that you've said that, there was actually a TikTok the other day that I saw, and it was like, you get to vote for who's better out of Van Dijk and John Terry. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think was better, Van Dijk or John Terry? But obviously people will go, oh, John Terry has the nostalgia award. But also Van Dijk has the current award. Because, like, I think people forget that Van Dijk is quite an old centre-half. Like, he bloomed, he was quite a late bloomer in that sense. Whereas John Terry was doing it for Chelsea for years. And I think it's more the fact, number one, there's potentially more Liverpool fans who'd seen that. I think a lot of Liverpool fans are very passionate about Virgil van Dijk, and rightfully so. He's a fantastic footballer, but I don't think he's on that Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic. That's a lovely bit of play there. Oh, is he? Lautaro Martinez, was he offside there? He just looked at Van Dijk and went, nah, I'm all right. Lautaro Martinez, he's meant to be rapid, man. He's meant to be rapid. I said VVD, says Shah. It's just, I never thought Rio was world class. Patrick Van Arnold greater than John Terry. I just think with John Terry, I think he did it for so long. Whereas, yes, don't get me wrong, Van Dijk's been brilliant for the last 3 years. I just think John Terry, I'm not even going to say just, John Terry is miles better. His career has been so much better than Virgil van Dijk, and it's absolutely shambolic that anyone actually puts Van Dijk in that category. That's why Van Dijk's the best. He's the best at the moment, yes. But put him in a world where you've got a prime Sergio Ramos, Carlos Puyol, John Terry, even Sami Hyypiä was a good defender at times. Terry was a monster, he was. He had the attitude as well. He had such a phenomenal attitude for football. Maybe not things outside of football, but he had a phenomenal attitude for football. Thiago's done well there to unleash Mane. And here goes Diego Jota. And he's tried to pull that one back, looking for Mane again. But Andy Robertson was making the underlap. How many mins is your delay? I don't know. I'm on BT Sport. So, but unfortunately for me, because I have a Fire Stick, it's always delayed. Frank Lampard or Mason Mount currently, it depends. If it's manager wise, I think I'd take Mason Mount over it. And it is hashtag Mason Mount March, everyone, on TikTok. So get your edits in. If someone wants to edit me every time I've sucked up to Mason Mount, that is up to you. And I will give you bonus marks. If you do that, I will give you, if I ever hit 1,000, a free membership. If someone says Mount is deluded, why would I ever say that? Oh, lovely switch there from Brozovic, who finds Vidal. We've got 10 minutes till half-time here. Inter Milan will want to get their noses ahead before half-time. Brozovic rolls the ball nicely down that right-hand side. And Vidal's played it off Robertson as well. And now an opportunity for them to get a few players up from the back. Now an opportunity for them to do the same. Nice, I've just noticed Oliver's comment. Sorry, Oliver, I didn't see that one. Ooh. Right, who've we got then? Calhanoglu to whip this one in. It's flicked on and it might fall there at the back post for Skriniar. It's been cleared though. Just about. My 3-1 looks silly. You'd never know though at Anfield, do you? You never know at Anfield. Anything could happen. Lautaro Martinez, lovely touch there, and Trent's absolutely bodied him. See you later, Lautaro. See you later, mate. He's not got the right attitude, surely. He seems like he bottles up. Like, why wouldn't you just... It's a foot race against Van Dijk. Don't get me wrong, Van Dijk is really quick. He's got them long, powerful legs. And of course, he's quick. But the minimum you can do there is at least put a little bit of pressure on after Brozovic does so well in that sequence. But very, very strange. Very strange. But maybe just questions around his work rate, especially with him getting absolutely destroyed there by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not quite the same as when it was, who was it, Phil Foden against Wan-Bissaka the other day. That was brilliant. I've seen so many people edit that one. That was brilliant. Shah's going with 1-0 Inter. I've gone 1-1. That is my prediction. I expected Inter to get themselves a goal nice and early on and Liverpool to respond and then the second half to not have any goals. But we've got an interesting fixture here and Perisic has rolled that one down the line to Sanchez. And Sanchez, oh, he's offside. He's offside, Alexis Sanchez. Chile and Mbappe down there. He is offside again. He just needs to time it. I've been impressed, though, with Alexis Sanchez there. Well, just generally in this game. I think he's been quite good. He's done a few good little touches and flicked the ball around nicely. And he's kind of linked up the play very well for Inter Milan at the moment. Out of the two strikers, he's definitely been the one who's been in the game more often than not. Lautaro Martinez, of course. I've just spoken about my dismay at him not even doing a running race with Virgil van Dijk, let alone anything else. Oh, Virgil van Dijk, man. He's so calm. Like, Robertson just pinged the ball back to him and he just stepped over it and let it roll back to Alisson because he realised there was too much on it. Brilliant stuff from Van Dijk. Calhanoglu finds Ivan Perisic on this left-hand side. He's got a couple of runners, and one of them is Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez comes back, though, to Bastoni. Sanchez has dropped in this time to pick up the ball, and here's Calhanoglu once again, who's going to whip it in. Dumfries is at the back post. It's headed clear, though. It might fall to Brozovic. Brozovic tries to pop it off there to Skriniar. Skriniar, he's kicked it with the wrong leg there. He had his standing leg, but he's nicked it back nicely there. And is that a foul? Dumfries tries to cut inside. Is that a foul? That one of them's a foul. Definitely one of them's a foul. And it looks like we've got our first yellow card of the evening as well. Now, Diogo Jota going in the book. Evening to Meg TV, who says, as a Galatasaray fan, Liverpool 3, Inter Milan. Good luck, Liverpool. Liverpool 3-1, Inter Milan. Good to see you, Meg. How are we doing? And Galatasaray, Turkish football fan. I don't think we've got too many of those on the SRL channel, so welcome, and I hope you do enjoy the coverage. I'm sticking to 3-0 Liverpool, says Curly, and Sam, beating Everton is easy. How didn't you beat them when they had Rafa? I can't remember what the Chelsea score was. I was probably moaning about it. Was that when we were doing like completely and utterly dog? Probably. Trent will go home with Martinez in his pocket. I think Van Dijk's already got him. He's already stuffed him in, if I'm honest with you. It's called an employment centre, not an unemployment centre. Calhanoglu to whip in this free kick. Oh my gosh! Someone just needed to get a touch on that. Alisson's just parried it wide and then it's cleared eventually by the Liverpool defenders. But someone had to get a touch in that. And now Alisson is yelling and screaming at his defenders. But someone just committing there in an Inter Milan black shirt. Just commit, man. That's all you have to do. Any touch is better than no touch in there. Any touch is better than no touch. That would have changed it as well. That would have taken that half-time result and they'd have been like in with a fighting chance and then would have had a real second half on. Still a little bit of time here. for that second half that I want and desire. And Jota, I think it was Thiago actually, did really nice there, and it's rolled on to Jota. Here's Andy Robertson. Robertson driving into a little bit of space here, trying to keep hold of the ball. Has to come back on himself and drop it off to Virgil van Dijk. When you say Brozovic, he makes... Hang on, let me finish what I was saying before I start the new sentence. How do I get distracted mid-sentence? When you say Brozovic, it makes me think of when you used to call me Brozif. You are still saved in my... Snapchat as Brozif Shipley. Because I've not changed it since we left school. We cannot afford. Very nice. A great success. Oh, bit of pressure there on Alisson by Alexis Sanchez, and the kick has just found another Inter Milan body here. Calhanoglu looking to take one quickly there, and just throwing it down actually from the throw-in. I thought he said Begovic. Now, why would Begovic be playing in this game? Why would Begovic be playing in this game? Hopefully Huddersfield come up. That'd be nice for a few vlogs for the next season. Potentially, if I'm still in Huddersfield. Good tackle there by Thiago. And he's unleashed Andy Robertson down this left-hand side, who finds Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones drops it off to Salah. Salah, oh... Nearly there. The ball in the final third wasn't quite right for Liverpool and Mohamed Salah that time. And that is just the one thing, isn't it, at the moment? If there was just one thing, I would say it's just that final third. And play has been stopped this time for Curtis Jones, who had just gone down there just as he ran through. Maybe a little bit of gamesmanship there. But it was a good opportunity for Liverpool to get forward there. And just the ball in the final third there from Mohamed Salah, he just took his eye off it just as he was about to finish and just about to clip it back through to either Curtis Jones or Diego Jota, who was running through. Of course, Curtis Jones did go down. So we're just waiting now for... Curtis Jones to get back on his feet, watching that header from Joel Matip, who's come the closest so far tonight with that header from a Trent Alexander-Arnold free kick, which rattled the crossbar from just 8 yards out. Liverpool have probably had the better of the opportunities, but Inter Milan definitely not out of this game at the moment. Definitely not out of the game. Mr. Sunter will be good. I forgot about Mr. Sunter, Curly. I forgot about him. Now they're just watching the clip as well from what I thought was an awful header from Virgil van Dijk, but it was actually a brilliant piece of defending from Milan Skriniar. 5 minutes added on at the end of this first half then, ladies and gents, and then we will have a little bit of a quiz. I'll get myself a drink as well, guys. Get in the chat and let me know what you've thought to this first half, if you are watching along with me at home, or if you are just listening in the commentary. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're fancying, let me know what your thoughts are on this game. Jota tries to get the ball back down once again. It's pinged towards Mane there and cleared out by Inter Milan. Simeone Inzaghi looking a little bit annoyed with his players, and I think he will be because Liverpool haven't been the greatest. Sam, I know where you live. That's not creepy at all, Shah. That isn't usually something people say. Shah, tell us. Wow. Wow, Shah. Wow. I think that deserves a mute. Admittedly, Shah does have about 8 accounts, so we'll just come back on another one. But that deserves a mute. I give you permission to mute Shah for that one. Overrated street. Crikey. Didn't realise it hurt so much. Kalanoglu. I'm back from having my breakdown. Bastoni. Inter need to move the ball forward. Devray pings one forward. Lovely ball there into Perisic. And Perisic is offside again. Stay onside, Inter Milan. Stay onside, lads. Alexis Sanchez has been the prime culprit for it. But all of them have done it. All of them have done it, really. At the moment. I can remove myself, lol. Nice. Two and a bit minutes left of this first half. Let's have a bit of spice in the second half. That's what we need. That's what we want. A little bit of spice with that. I look really tiny there. There we are. Fabinho. Trent Alexander-Arnold rolls it into Mo Salah. Maybe an opportunity for Liverpool before half-time. Rolls it back to Trent. Trent looks to clip it in. It's rattled off the head of Brozovic there. Brozovic, Shipley. And Trent Alexander-Arnold does give the ball away. And Inter try and play the way out as well. Bit of a funny kick there from De Vrij. Thiago manages to pick up the ball. Referee says play on from the foul on Thiago. And Liverpool now appealing for that. I'm not sure that's how it works, Liverpool. There should be super mods to the mods to the mods. Nice. To mod the mods. Yes. And then, curved, we should have super duper mods who mod the super mods who mod the mods. And then we should have super duper duper mods who are the mods to the super mods who are the mods to the mods who are the mods to the usual people. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. Just a few question marks around a tackle there from Alexis Sanchez on Thiago. And they've just gone to Peter Walton there, who says he believes that Alexis Sanchez might have got away with one a little bit there. It was quite high up on the leg of Thiago and a little bit clumsy and a little bit late. It would have been a shame because, of course, it would have been a red card, and he's performed well. I don't know why that went from my head there. The most strange of words go from my head when I do this. You like to travel, Sam? I mean, I do, but I've not had the opportunity much to do it, of course, over the last few years. Turned 18, 2018. And then I went to uni for a year and a bit, so obviously didn't have too much money. Went to Bulgaria a couple of times. And then 2019, over that summer I went to Bulgaria again, so didn't use that one wisely. Went to Bulgaria again. And then, of course, 2020, 2021 and 2022. Well, the only place I've been is Berlin, isn't it? So that mod is called God, Sam. Very true, very true. That's a lot easier. A lot easier. A free kick here for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson both over it. Maybe a little bit too far out here for Trent Alexander-Arnold to really have a strike on goal. I'm sure he'll try it. Nothing to lose, considering we are past the 5 minutes of added time that the referee promised us. Spent all his money on Bulgarian fruit. No, I didn't, Yusuf. That was Will. That was Will. Curly, if you want to find out that story about Will, honestly, it's a thing of class. I might have already told you about the 20 quid grapes, but either way. Trent Alexander-Arnold here with a really, really promising opportunity. I think he will hit it now. Robertson's just gone away himself here. It looks a little bit closer in than I first thought. It will be the last passage of play. That's the better way to say it. There will be the last passage of play. Trent does go for it. Oh my gosh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in. The camera angle did me there. And that is half time. I really, really thought that was in. And it's not far away, you know, from Trent Alexander-Arnold. We knew he had it in his locker, but not too far away from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that does mark the end of a different first half, is probably the best to say. A different first half. Both teams showed that they can attack and move the ball forward fast, but at the moment Joel Matip is the man who has come the closest to breaking the deadlock, as we saw him rattle the crossbar from inside the box. And of course no, we can't do that. And of course, Van Dijk, after a brilliant piece of defending from Skriniar, eventually put the ball behind after it looked like a certain goal. But that is half time, ladies and gents. Let me know your what's the word I'm looking for? Your halftime analysis. What have you made to this half? But let's have a bit of a halftime game as well. I'm going to go grab a drink. So I will be back in 2 minutes. I will leave you guys on the back soon screen if I've done it. Have I done this screen? I don't know if I have done it. Does that look normal? I think it does look normal, doesn't it? But I will leave you on that, and then I will be back in 2 minutes. Just going to make myself a nice glass of squash. Might go with a mixed fruit. Let me know, what is your favourite glass of squash? But I'll go grab a drink, then we'll be back and we will talk. We'll talk half-time quiz tonight, and maybe we'll find some Inter Milan players. But be back in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, weighing in more than he would like to tell everyone because he's still got on lockdown Wade, is your host for today, Sam Redgate-Large! Way! I'm back. As you can tell by that brilliant introduction. Who was that voiceover guy, by the way? Who was it? I don't know. But Curly's going with the posh stuff. Robertson's pear and elderflower. Oh, a man of taste. I do see. Is that one of the, I can't remember what they're called, the Creations ones? I like those ones. But I've just gone with the classic mixed fruit for tonight. That is what I have gone with. However, let's do a halftime game, ladies and gents. Let's do a halftime game and bully Curly about his lack of football knowledge because he only started watching football when he was 18. Let's do that. That sounds fun to me. That sounds absolutely fun to me. And Curve's calling me a nutter. Thank you, Curve. Just what I wanted to hear. I've just got too much energy. I even went on a run this afternoon, and I've still got energy. That being said, I am also knackered. Blaise Matuidi. Didn't realise he was in here. Julian Draxler. Henrik Mkhitaryan. None of these play for Liverpool or Inter Milan. I keep forgetting. Oh, it was Oblak. It wasn't Handanovic. Michael Owen. There we are. Michael Owen. That's who we're going to go with for this one. This is the Michael Owen quiz. And well done, he's 14. Classic Michael Owen. He's in the other pack, Shah. He's in the other pack. He is burning in a blaze. Burning in a blaze. Before we get into this, guys, could you do me a massive, massive favour on 11 likes. So if you can try get us towards that 15 like goal, if you haven't already liked, that would be absolutely fantastic. But tonight, we are going to do a Michael Owen based quiz. None of this ring, Neville bullshit. We're not doing any of that. No, we are not doing that anymore. I mean, that was a good time. ring. But we're going to do Michael Owen tonight. I've got no Michael Owen facts for you that I can think of off the top of my head. So you're stuck with just the regular facts that are coming from here. Shah's going to dislike typical Shah. So we'll get us underway, ladies and gents, with a Michael Owen based quiz. And it is, at which Premier League club, at the time they were a Premier League club, I will clarify because this was written a few years ago, at which Premier League club did Michael Owen end his career? At which Premier League club did Michael Owen end his career? So that is the first one to kick us off. Obviously, pundit and footballer, probably better at the football than he is at punditry, considering he said he saw Ilan Meslier in Leeds United's academy at the age of 16, despite the fact they signed him at 18. And he wasn't in the academy, he was always in the first team. But that is the first question. At which Premier League club did Michael Owen end his career? Curly's gone Stoke. Curve's gone Newcastle. Shah has also gone with Stoke. What was Owen's dad's name? Owen. I mean, that one would actually work. That would actually work. Stoke City. Thanks, Curly. Yes, Stoke, was it? Yes, it was Curved. It was Stoke City. I don't know how many times he appeared for Stoke City. I think you got yourself a little bit premature there, if I'm honest with you, Curved, because I believe he went to Manchester United and, if I'm correct, Stoke City after his time at... I just put Michael Stoke instead of Michael Owen. After his time at Newcastle United. Let's confirm that one. It is, yes. So the career path of Michael Owen was, of course, that brilliant 8-year spell at Liverpool, followed by an injury-prone year. Still a decent year, though. 13 goals in 36 appearances in the league for Real Madrid. And then Newcastle United, where he didn't really hit it. He had a lot of problems with Alan Shearer when he was there, if anyone remembers that as well. Spat the dummies out a few times, Michael Owen and Alan Shearer over that, and in recent years as well, both moaning about one another. And then he then played for Manchester United 31 times with 5 goals. Of course, one of those winning the league for Manchester United. Still a really strange transfer there, how he went from Newcastle United to Manchester United despite being a Liverpool legend. And then spent 8 games at Stoke City in the 12-13 season. So yes, you guys are right, it is actually Stoke City. And he scored 1 goal whilst he was at Stoke City. There we are. So Curved, you're down a point already on everyone else. But the next question might help you a bit more, Curved, because this one is 1998 World Cup. And I know the answer to this one, so you don't have to be, alive at the time to understand it. But it might, who knows? It might help you guys out just a little bit to give you a little bit of a clue. Who were the opponents when Owen scored a fantastic individual goal in the second round of the 1998 World Cup? Haha, no way. I only said Stoke because Peter Crouch played for Stoke last, so that made sense to me for some reason. Curly, that is brilliant. So, the second question. Who were the opponents when Michael Owen scored a fantastic individual goal in the second round of the 1998 World Cup in France? The eventual winners as well, and hosts. I love how in the Euros everyone was moaning about the fact that England played all of their games in England, and people just seem to forget that is what hosting it is. That is what hosting it is, isn't it? Like, that's the priority. That's the priority a host gets. I was baffled by that logic. Like, why? Why? Curly's gone with Germany. Oliver, you can guess a country, mate. You can guess a country. You don't just have to wait for curved. I will tell you, Curly, Germany is not correct. So if you want to go for another one. Although there was a somewhat iconic game between Germany and this opponent. Stoke says curved. Is that just going to be your answer now, curved? So you don't get another Stoke City question wrong. Stoke. Who were the opponents when Owen scored a fantastic individual goal in the second round of the 1998 World Cup? What a country, Stoke. Yes. Yes. Does anyone know the answer? Oliver's gone with Argentina, I don't know. At least you've put in a guess, Oliver. It might be correct. Whoops, I dropped the card. It might be correct. Who knows? Who knows? Have we got any more guesses? Have we got Shah, who's gone to the toilet? But I swear there was more people talking a moment ago. Heck of a second chance. I'm going to go Brazil. Curly's gone with Brazil. So he's gone with another big team. And he's gone with the other... Damn it, I've just dropped my card again. I shouldn't try and juggle. He's gone with the other big team in South America. Well, historically big team. And Arsenal, I don't think they're quite right. But I will confirm to you, as I'm still waiting for Curved. Oliver's gone with Spain this time. Curved's gone with Argentina. And Curved, of course, is absolutely correct. And Oliver... See, that's all you have to do, Oliver. You got it right first time. All you have to do is put a country and you got it right. If you hadn't have done that, you'd never have got it right and you wouldn't have got the point and you would have been kicking yourself that you thought, oh, it might be Argentina. It was. It was a fantastic solo goal. If you've not already seen it, go and check that one out. It was a brilliant goal from Michael Owen. A really, really good goal. What a player he was in his youth, Michael Owen. The third question, based on Michael Owen, is what individual award did Owen win in 2001, finishing ahead of David Beckham, Thierry Henry and Zinedine Zidane? What individual award did Michael win? Did Michael win? Did Owen win? Did Michael Owen win in 2001? I don't know why I said that as if I was on first name basis. My mate Michael, what did he win? Oliver's gone with the Ballon d'Or, potentially. Could be Golden Boot. Could be a Golden Boot, though. Could be a European Golden Boot. Absolutely. Curve's gone with a balloon. Not sure he won a balloon, Curved. I'm assuming you mean Ballon d'Or. I'm not sure. He might have won a balloon. You never know. That is me being very, very naive. Maybe Curve knows something that I don't. Maybe there was a party. He won the balloon. Maybe that meant something more to Curved and Michael Owen. Maybe they had a party together. Who knows? Who knows? Michael. Absolutely Curved. Oh, God, I only know Golden Boot or Ballon d'Or, so I'll have to guess Ballon d'Or. And Joseph Shipley, you've got it right. It is a Ballon d'Or. It is a Ballon d'Or. Is Ballon d'Or spelled with one L or two? I don't know. I always spell it with one L. I thought it was one. Says 2 on here, so we'll go with 2. We'll go with 2. Oh, the fourth one I've given away, unfortunately, by going through his career. I should have read the later questions. We are just looking at the stadium at the moment, so one would only assume that Liverpool will be coming out, and Inter Milan will be both coming out onto the field in a few seconds' time. 3-3, too easy, says Oliver. I don't know what the final question is. Oh, you won't get this last one. Liverpool players have just saved you there, Oliver, because that final question is a heck of a question. It is a heck of a question. And as Liverpool are coming back out and so are Inter Milan, we shall leave it there. And so, Curly, it was a half match, but we'll give you the dub. You've got the W. Good stuff. Good stuff, Joseph. And hope you all enjoyed the halftime show. Because I most certainly did. Second half is getting underway here. And Inter Milan are going to be making a substitution themselves. Obviously, need to make a change. It's D'Ambrosio, I do believe, if I've recognised his face correctly. And I'm not just tripping out here. It is D'Ambrosio who has come on, which I assume would mean... Who's he coming on for? It's not told me. For De Vrij. For Stefan De Vrij. So maybe a shift to a 4 at the back here with Dumfries as that... I don't know. With Dumfries as that left back, right back, and D'Ambrosio as the left back. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see to how it pairs up. Ivan Perisic, though, still off that left-hand side at the moment. So maybe it is a 3 at the back and he's dropping in almost like Ben Davies does for Spurs in that 3 at the back. Maybe he's getting a few fresh legs in there just to try and change things up a little bit differently. Curly's dedicating his dub to Peter Crouch. Love to see it. Good old Peter Crouch. Absolutely love him, don't we? What would he be if he wasn't a footballer? He'd be a virgin, and absolutely so. Of course, I'm joking, of course. What a comment, though. Oh, given away there by Thiago. It's picked up by Perisic, and Vidal! What is that, man? Although Van Dijk spanned the ball anyway, and it fell to Sanchez there, but cleared that time by Matip, and Salah's given it away this time to Bastoni. Here is Sanchez, who finds Vidal. Vidal tries to drop it off to Calhanoglu there, and Thiago very, very elegantly nicks the ball back for Liverpool. And what's your new score? I'm still going 1-1. I'm sticking with it. I think it'll be 1-1. I think it'll just happen in the second half now, Curved. What's your new score prediction, Curved? I'll give you all one. If you'd like one score prediction change, you can have it. I'm not a footballer, says Curly. No, you're not. No, you're not. Also, Curly, my parents got a new dog, so I will be home every weekend to fuss the dog. I'll send you some pics. Free kick here for Inter Milan. About 30 yards out on that left-hand side. Andy Robertson's left-hand side, or Dumfries' right-hand side. Calhanoglu, we know how deadly he can be from set pieces. Curly says his 3-0 is still on. Calhanoglu is going to whip this one in. And there's players in the box. And Sanchez has headed it straight into the hands of Alisson there. The flag does go up, though. Let's see it. Was it closer than I thought? No, they were all offside. All three of them were offside. Sanchez does well, though. It's sort of a little bit behind him there. He maybe mistimes his run just slightly, but he does well to lean back and get it. Here goes Mo Salah up the other end of the field, though, to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's going to... He's going to line one up, actually, Trent is, and that's taking a wicked deflection there from Brozovic and finds its way safely, thankfully for Brozovic, into the hands of Handanovic. And just opening up a little bit the game here as Vidal looks to go down this right-hand side. It does look like it is still a 3 at the back, so no change in formation with the addition of D'Ambrosio. It just looks like Milan Skriniar is the man to come in that centre of defence. Perisic does well there to roll it into Sanchez, and Perisic is going to put a ball in as well, and that's taken a deflection off Matip's foot and just taken that safely into the gracious hands of Alisson Becker. Good play though, and again Alexis Sanchez in the midst of it once again. Is it a pug? It is actually a rescue curve, so they don't know exactly what the dog is. So it's 10 months old. Her name is Lily. So we don't actually know what breed she is, but she looks a bit like a German Shepherd. It is 5-0 in the Salzburg game as well, by the way. Not to Salzburg, unfortunately. Mo Salah going down that right-hand side there. Maybe overdid it a little bit there, Salah. We've seen him do that before, but he just overdid it that time. Calhanoglu, good work again from Alexis Sanchez to win that one back after a bit of a poor ball from Calhanoglu. Here goes Perisic up the left-hand side. Perisic, lovely ball. Is he onside now, Lautaro Martinez? Martinez has stopped, and there as Dumfries. Of course, Lautaro Martinez wasn't going to run after that one, bring back Milo. Unfortunately, get the dog on the stream. I don't live with the dog. I don't live in... I literally live by myself. There's nothing in here other than a green screen. I'm in a studio. Very nice. Alisson with a lovely clearance there to find Trent, actually. The ball's given away, though, by Jota, and as quickly as it was retained by Inter Milan, it was given away, and here goes Alexander-Arnold down this right-hand side. Salah, he can't quite get onto that pass there, and Skriniar's just feeling his back a little bit there as he went in for that slide tackle, a little bit clumsy from Skriniar as he went to go to ground there. Just hurt himself just a little bit. All accidental, of course. Trent whips it in, looking for Sadio Mane. Mane with a delicate little touch on the edge of the box. Andy Robertson's going to whip this one in, looking towards that back post. Ivan Perisic under pressure is giving the ball back to Thiago. Here is Trent Alexander-Arnold to whip in another cross. Rolls it back to Thiago. Here's Curtis Jones, who's been quiet. Bit of a passenger in this game so far. Curtis Jones whipped in by Trent once again. Mane was in there, so was Skriniar to clear it. Robertson whips it back in again. Mane's in there again. Is this going to fall for Liverpool? No, Vidal's in there once again. Of course he is, and Alexis Sanchez putting in a good shift up front and bundles Joel Matip out of play. I've been impressed with the work rate of Alexis Sanchez tonight. I don't think that's ever something we could question about Alexis Sanchez, was the work rate. He always seemed to put in a good shift whenever he played for Manchester United. I wonder what went wrong at Manchester United for Alexis Sanchez. Was he past it? Yeah. I just made so many weird noises there. Was he past it? Was he, was it under wrong formation? That type of thing. I really don't know. I really don't know with Alexis Sanchez. Curve says the game is hotting up. It is. It's looking a bit more end-to-end at the moment. Both teams, well, Inter specifically, have to open up the game. Really good play there by D'Ambrosio to shrug Mane off the ball. He looked to play that one forward and giving it away to Van Dijk. Here's Fabinho. Good touch by Thiago, who looks to clip it over to Jota. Oh, it's missed. And it's off the post by Salah. It's off the post by Mohamed Salah. So close. It was a dodgy clearance from Handanovic, and he's got away with one, the Serbian goalkeeper. And here goes the attack with Vidal. He's rolled into Lautaro Martinez. Martinez finds Dumfries. Dumfries is going to clip it in, looking towards Alexis Sanchez. Headed clear this time by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And, Inter Milan live to survive another day. Sam, the timer, lol. Thank you. I always forget something. We are in the 51st minute, 52nd minute. Bang. Good timing. There we are. We're bang up to date. Sanchez tries to get himself on the ball once again. It's nicked there by Fabinho. Here goes Curtis Jones driving through the middle. Curtis Jones into Mohamed Salah. Salah's touch has just killed it. Jones from the edge of the box. It's a P-roller. Easily cleared there by Milan Skriniar. Back to Curtis Jones though. Here is Mohamed Salah looking to cut inside. Brozovic trying to get his body in the way. Jota does well to nick it once again. Curtis Jones, is he going to line one up? Drops it back to Jota. Here is Mohamed Salah, Salah drops it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's played it short there, and Vidal's done really well, and Vidal trying to play this one up the line once again, and it's gone all the way to Alexis Sanchez, Alisson Becker, just giving him a little bit of respite. And I know what you mean, Curved. I bet I missed a great halftime game. No, you didn't. You're all right. It was a little bit quiet. Of course not. Good game. Good, fun game. How many likes are we on? Ladies and gents? We're on 13, so we are 2 away now, ladies and gents. So thank you to you guys. Let's get ourselves up there if we can. Thiago. I kind of want this to go to extra time, I know Fraser's going to hate me, but I kind of want to see this go to extra time. I just love extra time. when my team's not involved, I just love extra time. Just absolutely love it. Curly says, bring on James Milner. Was it like 2-3 seasons ago? He had the most assists in the Champions League, didn't he? He broke a record for it as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold there looking to switch a ball. I totally forget every time these games come around, I always forget that I've actually got a fantasy team for this. And the only player I know I have in there is Mohamed Salah. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Maximiliano. I can't believe Salah at the post there. Liverpool fans, you can start to hear him now. Start getting a little bit of excitement. Get behind their team. Don't forget, guys, as well, do keep your eyes open and keep your eyes peeled for a vlog on this channel from tomorrow night's game. I'm going to be joined by Louis once again for Manchester City versus Sporting. I'm not sure when that'll be out, as I mentioned on my post earlier. We've got a lot of things on at work, and obviously not too much time to turn it round in terms of when I actually get back from the train station. My train back is like 10 to 12, so obviously I'm not going to stay up with me having work in the morning, so I'm looking to get that one out maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, and potentially we could have a stream on the Friday as well. Brozovic drops it into D'Ambrosio, he's been solid since he's come in for that 10 minutes that he's played so far. Çalhanoğlu looks... Çalhanoğlu? Is that how you pronounce his name? Yeah, it is. I just totally forgot how to pronounce his name again. I'd learnt it and now I've forgotten it. Mohamed Salah into Thiago. Thiago's going to switch the play. I can't believe I forgot that again. Don't go back to the first game of Turkey versus whoever in the Euros. I could not get his name right. I could not. Molly's going to be in the news. Why is she going to be in the news? What's she been up to? Let's see a bit of pressure from Inter Milan. That's what we need. We need a little bit of pressure at the moment. Van Dijk's got so much time on the ball here. I think... I hate to say it because I know how much of a good goal scorer Lautaro Martinez is and can be for Inter Milan, but Alexis Sanchez has been so much better out of the two of them tonight, and you wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have said that coming into this. Bastoni's won it back nicely there. Brozovic tries to play it into Sanchez, and he's only succeeded in finding Fabinho. It goes out wide to Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is the best player in the world. Oh, he's just tripped on the ball. Well, that was good timing. He's giving it back to Milan. Oh, sorry, Inter. I can't believe that. A tree fell. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. Does your work cover sports events, Sam? No, not at the moment. I'm currently working as a videographer for the Mayor of West Yorkshire, Curved. So if you type in on, like, I don't know if you have any social medias or... well, you clearly have the internet. I don't know. We don't live in the Jurassic period. If you have any social medias or whatever, type in the Mayor of West Yorkshire. You'll see who she is. And, yeah, you'll see a lot of the content that is published on her social medias comes from myself and the other videographer as well. Dumfries clears one forward, trying to get that to Lautaro Martinez, who's trying to bully Van Dijk off the ball. Van Dijk says, I'm having none of that, and bullies him back off the ball himself. I don't like Burnley. Thiago finds Curtis Jones into Sadio Mane. It's the best player in the world. Andy Robertson. Fabinho. Thiago into Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's lining one up. He's cutting on that left-hand side, and it was so close there. It nearly opened up for Trent. Nearly, just nearly. Curtis Jones cuts back on himself once again. Vidal's trying to work his way through. Again, I've been impressed with Vidal, and Curtis Jones has given the ball away to Lautaro Martinez, who chops back inside to drop that one off to Brozovic, who finds Vidal. Vidal, lovely ping of the ball there. What a touch that is from Perisic. Here we go, up the left-hand side. Pulls it back. Oh, Çalhanoğlu blocked by Matip, and Liverpool retain possession. Wow, interesting. I know, Curved. I know it can be quite interesting. I tell you what. Especially when we were meeting Nicola Adams the other night. That was a highlight, a personal highlight for me. Double Olympic gold medalist boxer. Skriniar plays one out to Ivan Perisic. Joshua saw what? Saw me. I'm assuming you meant to say show. Showed me a picture of you and a woman before. Was that her? Yes, it was. Oh, it falls to Lautaro Martinez. Oh, he's taken a deflection and it's gone wide. He was inside the 6-yard box. Come on. Let's have something. Let's have something. Let's be having you. Yeah, Josh Wilco does follow her on Twitter, which I did notice the other day when I was doing my annual stalking of the mare because, well, we run her channels. That was probably the best opportunity we've seen Lautaro Martinez have, and it's resulted in a corner. Here's Calhanoglu to take this corner. It's whipped in, looking towards the front post, easily cleared though by Andy Robertson, and Trent's able to do the job and clear it. And Liverpool appealing for a foul there, but referee says nothing doing. Calhanoglu looks to whip in another ball there, and that was an in-swinger and in-swung straight into the hands of Alisson. But Liverpool go on the counter-attack with Trent, and he's given the ball away there. He's given it to Vidal, and Vidal might be able to counter-attack there, but Fabinho and Vidal are just having a bit of a scrap to try and nick the ball back in the middle. It eventually finds its way to Brozovic. Brozovic finds Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez into Calhanoglu. We've seen a delightful ball from Calhanoglu. Oh, D'Ambrosio. It wasn't the right player in the right position there. It was a delightful ball from Calhanoglu. A delightful ball. Does she have Insta? Yes, she does. That was a delightful ball from Calhanoglu, and it was switched delightfully. But D'Ambrosio, we just wrong player at the wrong time there. It was a great first touch to get it down, but he took it back on himself, and then from there onwards, it just went from bad to worse for him. Sanchez into Lautaro Martinez. Oh my gosh, what a goal that is! And here we have a game. Here we have a game. That's just what we needed. Lautaro Martinez with an absolute thunder strike from the Argentinian. What a strike! And Inter Milan are back in it at 1-0, 2-1. Whoa. What a strike that is. It came from Liverpool's own undoing. They gave the ball away. Joel Matip gave the ball away. And then Sanchez just rolls it in to Martinez, and it's a snapshot. That's what it is. And he's straight into that top corner, and it's a delightful finish from Inter Milan's number 10. And we said a minute ago, he's not had too many opportunities in this leg, let alone both legs. And that's what he can do when you give him the opportunity. What a strike from Lautaro Martinez. And it's Inter Milan 1, Liverpool 2 on the night. On aggregate. Right, let me just update this. Scorer 2. Let's not say Sancho. Let's say Martinez and 61. And we're going to have the tempo upped. Looking forward to seeing that goal. It is an absolute thunder strike, curved. An absolute thunder strike. I tell you what. Sanchez has just been sent off. What? Well. I was looking at it, and the reason I didn't react was because I thought it was a bit of a 50-50. You know, each of them giving it themselves. It was a bit of a clumsy tackle from them both at first glance. But Sanchez has got his second yellow card, and now he's off. And, God, just when we thought, just when we thought we were going to get a good game. Let's just watch it again. That isn't a foul. He gets the ball, he wins the ball. What's he supposed to do with his follow-through, man? What's he supposed to do with his follow-through? And the referee's just sent someone off on the Inter Milan bench as well. I'm not sure who he's sent off on the bench as well. But the referee's dishing out cards left, right and centre. Oh, I think that's harsh, you know. That might just be me sort of seeing it from that way. Yes, it is Oliver. But the thing is, what do you expect him to do? He's won the ball, and there must be at least a good half a second of him sliding. What do you expect him to do? He's tried to put his foot down. It's not like it's a high tackle. It's literally on the top of his foot where he's caught him. What do you expect Alexis Sanchez to do? And this game just went from being exciting to what looks like it's going to be a long final 25 minutes for Inter Milan now, because they were just getting there, weren't they? They should have kept away goals. Yes, they should have. They definitely should have. Oh, it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate for Inter. I think it's just a bit... I think Sanchez just got a little bit overexcited there, didn't he? I think that's the best way to say it. He got a little bit overexcited and adrenaline pumping. Just got the assist, a cracking goal from Lautaro Martinez into that top corner. And there goes the red, eh? There goes the red. And Salzburg have finally got themselves a goal in the other game as well. Shame it's 5-1 down or 6-1 down at the moment. I'm not so sure on that. I'm not so sure. Was it a Chelsea match where a player booted the ball clear and the follow-through clipped a player and they got sent off? It probably was. I can't remember, but there has been quite a few occasions where that has been the case. And I think that's a stupid rule. Like, do you expect a person's movement just to go whoop and just stop? Oh yeah, I've hit the ball, I can stop perfectly now. No, that's not how the world works. Alexis Sanchez will be hard done by. But when you're on a yellow card as well, you don't go in with that much aggression and passion, because especially when he's played so well as well up until that point, you don't play with that aggression and passion, because you're going to cause yourself problems. And maybe that should have been a bit of man management as well from the manager as well, who should have maybe spotted that a little bit earlier on. And now it's going to be a long 25 minutes, just as the game was looking like it was going to have a little bit of spice with that. Mane there, just making the run in behind, and offside flag did go up. I thought they're giving it as a foul then, but obviously it dawned on me that that would have been... Oh, that's really close. I'm not sure that was, you know. We'll have to... I mean, it didn't lead to anything. Mane went down anyway, but it looked very, very close, I must say. Yeah, the confirmation there that it is 5-1 now in the other game. Maybe the late comeback. Maybe the late comeback. Who knows? Probably not. Most likely not. That's so high. Oh, is it? The first one, to be fair, from Alexis Sanchez, okay? That one... I can understand. For me, that one's like, yep, absolutely. To be honest, that could be a red in itself. That was the one Peter Walton was talking about earlier on, saying he might have got away with one. And so now, like, when you put them both together, I'm like, yes, of course, he should be sent off. But is that one, it's that second one in itself a yellow? I'm not sure. Middlesbrough 4-1 down to Sheffield United. Good for Scunthorpe, good for Huddersfield. Salah rolls it down the line to Henderson, who's just come on for Thiago, by the way. Salah trying to get the ball down there. Vidal's got himself underneath it. And I think Naby Keita has come on. Yes, he has. He's just come on as well for Curtis Jones. So there's the two substitutions for Liverpool. A few fresh legs in midfield, trying to dominate that midfield now that they've got, of course, an extra man. But Inter Milan staying stoic, staying... in position. They've still got that bank of 5 and then that bank of 3 with Lautaro Martinez up front by himself. You've just got to try and work out as a manager now. Inzaghi's just got to try and work out how can he best work this team so that Lautaro Martinez isn't isolated. We know what he can do when he's got the ball at his feet, but it's about getting the ball to his feet and not playing it in behind, because, you know, we saw him earlier just give up a fight, didn't we, against Virgil van Dijk. But as soon as he gets the ball in that area, when he can hit a ball like that, what a strike. Lautaro Martinez, it sets itself so nicely and bang, into that top corner. And for a split second there, you just thought, didn't you? You just thought the game was going to change, and that red card, I'm sure, will have taken all the oomph and all the emphasis out of them. But it's not Impossible? Is it? Is it? I don't know. Conor Gallagher greater than Curtis Jones? Ooh. I think that's a close one, you know. I think that's a close one. I think Curtis Jones has probably got more experience at a top level. But on current form, definitely. Gallagher scoring the goals. Well, he has been this season at least, maybe not in the last couple of weeks. Andy Robertson into Diego Jota. Jota drops it back to Fabinho. Here is Joel Matip, the captain now. Jordan Henderson to Trent Alexander-Arnold. No real urgency for Liverpool here today in this second half now that red card has gone in. They don't look too bothered. Into a 12 to 1. A 12 to 1 to quality. To qualify. I read that wrong. It looks on the screen, it looked like a T. I was like, what? 12 to 1 to qualify. I mean, stick a quid on it. Stick a quid on it. Stick a tenner on it if you curved. Stick 100 quid on it if you curved. A foul there from, I think that was Mohamed Salah there, was it? No, it was for Sadio Mane there, just for a hand in the face of Bastoni. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Lazar Markovic, if anyone remembers when Lazar Markovic got sent off for Liverpool a few seasons ago. It kind of reminds me of that, just sort of, he's just caught him. Obviously, Sadio Mane was maybe a little bit more... I'll put my house on its side. Please don't do that, Curly, please. I don't want to be the one who's liable for that. But yeah, Lazar Markovic, I don't know if anyone remembers this. He used to play for Hull at one point as well. I don't know how he went from Liverpool to Hull, and I don't know where he is now. If anyone can find out where Lazar Markovic is now, that would be really impressive. They've just got some subs coming now into Milan. I have Gersons, of course, used to play for Atalanta, Bergamo side, where we're staying, and I think I've seen Damian as well warming up in there. So Inter Milan still trying to get some attacking outlets onto the field. But Lazar Markovic, yeah, that was a really weird red card, a really strange red card. If anyone has a spare moment, do be sure to check that one out, because that red card is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in the world. He's like running and he puts his arm out just to sort of, as he's running, to almost just hand him off sort of thing. And that sounded really weird out of context. No one clipped that. Just to sort of push, you know what I mean. Just sort of like, yeah, get away sort of thing. And he got sent off for it. And it was in the Champions League as well. And the commentators were like, well, you can't do that in the Champions League. Oh my gosh, Inter Milan playing themselves into trouble here. Handanovic might play himself into trouble. Calm head though from Brozovic. But Handanovic couldn't make up for the poor pass in the end, and it's gone out for a Liverpool corner. All their own undoing here. His current team is FK Partizan. What a strange career. What a strange career. He signed for Liverpool at like 17 as well. He can't be too old, to be fair. I think he'd be like 25, 26. He still could have a good career. I doubt it, but he still could be. He could be a late bloomer for all we know. He could come back like a Jamie Vardy. In comes the corner from Andy Robertson. Punch clear by Handanovic. So the longer this game, though, does stay at 1-0 to Inter Milan, I guess the more it plays into their own hands. Because all they need is one moment of brilliance, like we've just seen from... I nearly said Lazar Markovic then. Lautaro Martinez to get themselves back in it. And we know that they can keep the ball when they want to as well. It's just whether with that man down now, if they can sustain keep the ball whilst also keeping the ball away from that Liverpool gegenpress, which is so phenomenal for them. That is a really, really big question at the end of the day. Calhanoglu there tries to get on the ball, and Naby Keita's just given away a foul there. A little bit clumsy there from Naby Keita. I think Alexis Sanchez will be very, very annoyed with the way that was the way that happened, because he will have been hoping, like, you don't want to get sent off just after you've scored a goal. Like, I was still fiddling with stuff here, and he got sent off. And I'm like, oh, God, just changes the game, really changes the game. Your history teacher is a linesman. That's pretty cool. Jota tries to get past his man there. Good defensive play by D'Ambrosio. Here come the changes now, finally, for Inter Milan. And the other player who I had spotted is Angel Correa. So I assume they're going to try, maybe, I don't know, let's see who comes off. Let's see who comes off. Brozovic is the man coming off. He picked up a little bit of a knock a moment ago, so no real surprises there. I don't know why they're walking off. The other player coming off is Dumfries by the looks of things. I can't think of any other reason why he'd come off. Gagliardini is coming on. Roberto Gagliardini is coming on, number 5 for Inter Milan. And Marcelo Brozovic is coming on. Then, who else is coming off? We've seen Dumfries coming off, and I assume that would be for Darmian, formerly of Manchester United. And then the next one is it Angel Correa? No, Angel Correa plays for Atletico. What's his first name? Come on, give me the thing. I don't know who Correa's come on for. Lautaro Martinez, that's who he's come on for. So it is Correa on. If I can remember his first name, I don't know why that's gone from my head. That's not normally a thing that happens. Jota tries to skip by his man, but got himself a corner. Gagliardini trying to rattle up a few players at the moment. Instant impact from him. He was appealing, actually, for a goal kick, and he was actually right. He was actually right. Let's see who that... Joaquin, that's it. And they gave the goal kick, so actually, fair play. To the referee on the linesman. Lovely ball from... Oh, what a ball! Oh, off the post from Mohamed Salah. How has he hit the post twice? Oh, he caught it so nicely on the volley as that ball went over the top from Mohamed Salah and from Sadio Mane, and in the box from Mohamed Salah. And he was, 12 yards out, and he's put it onto the post. Handanovic was beaten. Not done though. Trent. Oh, he goes for a low cross there. Poor cross. No, it's not Andreas. It's Joaquin. 76 minutes on the clock, guys. If you haven't already, do be sure to smash that like button for us. We are so close to 15 likes. Let's see how many we're on. Let's see how many we are on. We're on 13 likes. If you could do me the favour and smash that like button for us, that would be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. I thought I was going to stop saying that. Whoops. But it would be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy if you could smash that like button for us. That would be absolutely brilliant. And like I say, keep your eyes peeled for more content coming on the SRL channel. Henderson finds Salah, who finds Mane, who tries to skip away from Arturo Vidal there, and Inter regain possession once again. They're playing a risky game, though. They just need to get the ball out quickly. Finally, the graphic comes up to tell us who has come on for either side. Maybe they were unsure who would come off, but Lautaro Martinez is the man who's come off for Joaquin Correa. So maybe some fresh legs and a bit of running in behind. Maybe that's the logic there with young fresh face of Joaquin Correa. I believe he's 23 years of age. Scored a lot of goals last season. Let's see what he can do tonight. He's got 13 minutes to impress. Trent looks for Salah. Salah's touch was just a little bit heavy there, and Vidal eventually clears. Henderson clips one back over. I think Salah's offside there. I'm sure the linesman's flag will go up in a little while. He rolls it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent got a little bit of space. He's going to switch it to Virgil van Dijk, who's making a movement inside. Here is VVD. Van Dijk into Trent, into Mohamed Salah. Salah cuts in on his left foot, tries to move away from Vidal, moves away from another. Here goes Mo Salah again. It's fallen at the edge of the box to Keita. It's blocked there by, I believe that was Darmian who cleared that one. Surprised Liverpool haven't scored in the last sort of 10 minutes since that red card. Sam, would you take Rashford? Yeah, I'd take Marcus Rashford. Why not? There's clearly a player in there. There's clearly a player. I'd take him anywhere. I think he'd go anywhere. I think he could. There's clearly a player in there. There's a lot of players who are... I've seen a lot of Mark Goldbridge talking about it. There is a lot of players who... They just seem to not have the right attitude for Manchester United at the moment. They're just... Like, you've got a temporary manager. Just suck it up, man. You've got a temporary manager to the end of the season. Suck it up. Like, people like Ronaldo. Ronaldo wants to play Champions League football. All right, yeah, okay. His tactics might not be great, but suck it up. Play to the best of your ability and try and push to get yourself to that Champions League spot, because that's what you want. Oh, a little bit kicking off there from Henderson and I think that was Perisic, both of them involved, the number 14s there. The referee had blown for a foul there. I think they'd appealed for a high foot. Henderson was lucky to get away with it. Oh, that was a little bit clumsy from Henderson there. And Perisic then bodies him and Henderson gobs off at him. I don't think Perisic has done anything wrong there. I think Jordan Henderson, probably in the midst of his slaver that was coming out of his mouth, probably said a few cross words to him. But I do think it was a little bit clumsy there from Henderson. If he'd have made contact, no doubt for me, he'd have been off. Because he'd gone like that with his foot. That was really camp, that. We'll be playing each other next season, Oliver, says Curly. Hopefully Huddersfield will be up next season. Get myself a season ticket. That'd be banter, that would. Correa trying to get onto the end of the ball. End of the ball? Trying to get on the ball. Here's Robertson. Goes back to Alisson. The best thing to say here is that Inter Milan, they just need some form of engine, just something to get them kick-started, just some DRS or some KERS or whatever you want to use, just to get that boost and kick them on here, because they've definitely got the ability and they're playing the ball around at the back. They're playing themselves out nicely until they're giving the ball away there to Trent. Curse of the commentator. Mane into Matip. Fabinho finds Mane once again. Sadio Mane, he's the best player in the world. Keita into Sadio Mane. Robertson. Keita. Mo Salah. Oh, he tries to flick it there for Jota and it's cleared eventually by, I believe that was Bastoni doing his covering work. Good defensive play there by Inter Milan in the end. I'm still surprised Liverpool haven't... Well, they've had two opportunities from Salah that have hit the post. And, of course, that opportunity in the first half... Well, two opportunities in the first half. One for Joel Matip that rattled the crossbar. And one from Virgil van Dijk that was flicked on and then eventually headed clear by Skriniar with some lovely defending. But they've not... I know that is 4 opportunities, but they've not had a shot on target which made Handanovic make a good save. They've just been quite unlucky at the moment. Here goes Joaquin Correa, though. Maybe an opportunity for Inter to get some bodies forward, but they're not carrying the bodies forward quick enough. The lethargic nature of Perisic moving forward there kind of summed that one up there. Gagliardini drops it into Vidal. They just need to up it a little bit here. Skriniar looking for that ball over the top, looking for Darmian, and he's just put a little bit too much on that pass there. Matteo Darmian. Do you think Kane is overrated, Sam? Oh, Curly. I've just realised, is your profile picture from when we were at prom? That's such a good photo. Kind of sums up me and you. But do I think Kane is overrated? I think he's overhated. Like, I saw people saying, oh, Harry Kane stat padding against Everton last night. But what on earth? Like, so you're telling me that Alan Shearer scored 260 goals and none of them came against relegation rivals? Of course they did. Are we forgetting, like, Harry Kane turns up time and time again for Arsenal in the big for Tottenham in the big games. Think about when he scored twice against Arsenal to win them the game. This is Harry Kane we're talking about. He isn't, like, yes, of course, he stat pads against San Marino, but so did Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney is the most overrated England footballer, England international, not for Manchester United, but for England. He's the most overrated footballer I have ever come across. He turned up in, what was it, Euro 2004? Is that right? Yeah, Euro 2004. We had a good tournament then. Didn't score for us in any other international competition. Considering he had the World Cup in 2006, the Euros in 2008, which we didn't get to, then 2012, 2010, 2012 and 2014. If you're telling me there's anyone who's overrated, Harry Kane isn't that. Harry Kane has scored, he's won a golden boot for England at a World Cup. He was vital last season at a World Cup. And Harry Kane is so much more than just the goals. He scores assists as well. So for me, Harry Kane isn't overrated. Yeah, you can call it stat padding, but that's what everyone does. Mohamed Salah, he scores loads of goals against Norwich. Luis Suarez scored about 9 goals against Norwich in 3 games. 9 goals against Norwich in 3 games. I swear. But no one goes, oh yeah, he's stat padding against Norwich. No, it's because he's English. It's because it's Harry Kane. People have an agenda against him for no reason whatsoever. Yes, he's not been in the best of form. But people dip their form. Looking at Eden Hazard. He had one season where he scored 4 goals. Whether that was because he didn't like Jose anymore, that's a completely different question. But he had one season where he only scored 4. Absolutely mental to me, the slander. Absolutely mental to me, the slander. But Mo Salah was just fouled there as he looked to break down that right-hand side. So Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to whip this one in. Looking for the head there of Sadio Mane. Van Dijk's trying to keep the ball in play for Liverpool. Bastoni's doing well, though, to carry the ball forward and keep the ball away from Virgil van Dijk. And he might have just given a... Oh, they've given it as a goal kick there. Why do you speak so fast? Because I don't want there to be silence, because I'm still trying to work out. If I've got crowd sound, it'll slow down, won't it? Because for people who are listening audio-wise, they don't just want to hear like dead air. Because if I'm quiet for like 20 seconds, you'll all be like, "What's going on? Is he frozen? What's happening?" Oh, Alisson running a little bit risky there. He was being put under pressure by Joaquin Correa. I didn't think I would get that much of a passionate response. Well, now you did. Now you did. I just think it's massively unfair on Harry Kane. Like, look at the Spurs side he's playing in. Look at it. He's an absolute shambles at the minute. Luis Suarez was playing in a team that was finishing second every season. Well, not every season. Finished second that season, should I say. And yet no one goes, oh yeah, he's stat padding. Mane into Fabinho. 4 minutes left. Can Inter Milan do it? Can Inter Milan get themselves a goal right at the death here to take it to extra time? If it does go to extra time, if they manage to somehow steal an equaliser, if it does go to extra time, you've got to fancy Liverpool. You have got to fancy Liverpool. But I just can't see him getting that second one. I think my 1-1 is more likely. The big Virg, sorry, not you, Curly, Virgil van Dijk, rolls it down to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz cuts back, lovely play there. He's up against Bastoni, who's come over to this right-hand side. Luis Diaz still on the ball. Excellent dribbler of the ball, Luis Diaz. He rolls it out to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who drops it back to Henderson. Here is Trent once again. Mohamed Salah pulls it back to Trent once again. Yeah, I would agree with that, Curly. I would agree with that. Overhated by fans, overrated by English commentators. Yeah, they do make him out to be like the second coming of Paul Gascoigne, which just isn't the case. But he's definitely someone that you get in the... That was such an unnecessary roast. Sorry. Salah trying to get away from him there, and... I'm glad that tickled Oliver as well. Van Dijk, what a ball that is with the outside of his boot, and Robertson's away. Can he see Salah? And it's not quite the right ball in there, and Milan Skriniar able to play that one behind. I'm glad that made you laugh though, Curly. I was a little bit apprehensive to say that one. That was such a good ball there from Virgil van Dijk with the outside of his foot. Who knew he had it in his locker? Just not quite the right ball there from Andy Robertson. 3 players in the box as well. So a big opportunity for them to have got themselves a goal. But they do have a corner from this. Nearly 89 minutes on the clock. Robertson whips it in. Is that going to fall for anyone in the box? Oh, it bounces off it bounces off an Inter Milan defender and goes behind again. It was about a yard wide. That did give me a tickle. It did give me a tickle. Needed that. Lol. What a random... That was such a weird way of phrasing that. That header back was difficult. Wow, Curly, that is low. Bet you wanted to say that all stream. Yeah, I've got to wait until people leave the stream. Otherwise, it's too harsh. 2-12 markers. Nice one, Shah. Good stuff, mate. Keep up the good work. Trent Alexander-Arnold to whip in this corner. Virgil van Dijk was underneath there. Salah might be there as well. And cleared eventually by Inter Milan this time. Naby Keita with a 50p head. Oh, if Gagliardini got himself on the ball there, it could have been a counter-attack for Inter Milan, and that could have caused problems. But still with a man down, of course. Don't look like they're going to be able to get themselves out here at all, Inter Milan. Darmian finds Gagliardini. Cleared by... Vidal looking forward toward Joaquin Correa. Why are we looking... I don't care about the 5 minutes. One of the Inter Milan players was just about to get the ball. There we are. Darmian's got it down the right-hand side. Why did we cut to that then? Poor decision there. Oh, and they've given the ball away once again. Liverpool can't get out at the moment. Maybe an opportunity. Here's Gagliardini again. And, oh, that's a handball and offside from Darmian. And that might be the last opportunity. Sam, I'm not happy as I like RS. What is RS? I did enjoy the banter though. My prediction could be correct. I did say 1-0. Nice. Is it 7 now in that other game? Blimey. Blimey. I guess that's what you get against Bayern though, isn't it? You know what's coming. Liverpool try to get themselves out. They've got 5 minutes of added time at the end of this second half. So, just got notifications to say you're live streaming, Sam. Brilliant. Well, thank you. Thank you, YouTube. I really do appreciate that one. Perisic gets the ball down. Lovely touch there. Is there an opportunity here for Ivan Perisic and Inter Milan? I thought that had gone out, you know. And Trent's done really well there to drop that after Mohamed Salah. And Liverpool might be able to go up and get themselves a goal as well. They won't want a defeat on their record. Luis Diaz into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Can he look up and see Mane? Here is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz! Oh, what a defensive play that was! What a clearance! A brilliant, brilliant clearance on the line there. And it's over and behind for a corner ball. Just when it looked like my score prediction was about to come true. It's a brilliant piece of defending from Arturo Vidal. Really good piece of defending. And he's put it over. And if anything happens from this game for Liverpool, then that will be the saviour. If anything happens for Inter Milan, that will be their saviour. They've got 3 minutes. Liverpool probably should wind this down in the corner because they don't want to be hit on the counter-attack. But they're not going to. Naby Keita looking for Sadio Mane. Now there might be an opportunity to counter-attack, but that ball easily into Van Dijk's path there. And Liverpool regain possession once again. Here's Joel Matip. Sometimes people stream, then 2 days later I get told they're live. Well, isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient? Religious studies. Oh, Gagliardini nicks the ball back there and... What? He's given the... How is he giving a free kick? What are you on about? Gagliardini won that fine. Would this be Virgil van Dijk's first home loss? It may well be, you know. You might be right with that, Curly. Oh, are you kidding me? Is that... What are you on about, ref? He's taken the ball. He's taken the ball. Sam was streaming on the weekend at like 3 and I got the notification. Yeah, that's why I posted that thing earlier in the hope that a few more people would get in. But like so that people know the timings of when I'm going to be live prior to when I'm going to be live, because people don't always see them come up in their feed if they've got a lot of subscriptions. Handanovic might play himself into trouble here. Can Inter get themselves on the ball and get themselves with attack? Joaquin Correa. Oh, just so close there, Gagliardini. Get yourself... He's got himself a foul though, Joaquin Correa. And maybe this is it, ladies and gents. Maybe this is it. Maybe they can get the ball forward. Sam just spitting mad facts at you now, Sam. What did you put? Yeah, it would be. That would be a monumental fact. Let's see what happens. Arturo Vidal with an opportunity to loft in a ball here. He's lofted in towards the back post and it's hit D'Ambrosio and it's gone out. And I think that'll be full time. I think that'll be full time for Liverpool versus Inter, barring a massive slip from Alisson Becker that falls to Joaquin Correa and an equaliser. I cannot imagine. I have 337 subscriptions. Shah, man. Do you really want... Surely you can't watch 337 people. I watch like the Sidemen, and I genuinely think Danny Aaron's, and that might be it. I literally... Oh, and of course Josh. But that might be it. And that is it in terms of the end of the game. Liverpool, despite a home loss, and what Curly might be right with Virgil van Dijk's first ever home loss at Anfield in front of the fans, most definitely has arisen. But Liverpool still see themselves through. It was, other than for about a minute, it was very comfortable for Liverpool throughout the majority of that game. The first half was very quiet from Inter Milan. Second half, of course, was ruined by that red card from Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez said, you know, he was working hard, he was trying hard, he committed, and he overly committed to that. And Liverpool, of course, do find their saves through to the quarter-finals, and they will be joining Bayern Munich, who have absolutely obliterated their opponent as well in Salzburg to get themselves through. So they are the first two confirmed. Let me know, who do you think is going to go through from tomorrow night's fixtures with Manchester City and Sporting playing? Do you think it could be a fantastic Sporting comeback against what I assume will be Manchester City's under-18s and Fernandinho, Zach Steffen, and a few others? Unfortunately for me, I was hoping it would be like 0-0 when it went to this second leg. But it has been a good game. Like Curve said right at the beginning of that second half, it was just starting to open up just slightly, and then the red card killed it, didn't it? I'm not sure the red card was overly justifiable. I think it was just, I don't know, it just wasn't. For me, it wasn't, but over the course of the two yellow cards, it was a red card because they got away with one, didn't they? They definitely did get away with one for that first one, Alexis Sanchez. And it's only a one-match ban as well for Alexis Sanchez instead of a three-match ban. But let's have a look at some of the comments. And basically, they're from ages ago. I've had this account since 2016, I think. I've had this account since 2011, and I don't have that many. This exact account, which I'm thinking of. So, like, when it comes up saying when your account was created, mine says 2012, and Josh's says 2020. Curly says... Curve says, cheers, Sam. No worries, Curve. Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you did enjoy. Curly says, great stream, Sam. Again, I'm going to have to dip now. Work in the morning. No surprises there. Hope you have a good night tomorrow. I will have a good night tomorrow. Tomorrow, why not the rest of this night? Well, tomorrow night, I'm off to the Etihad for the game versus Sporting Lisbon. So do keep your eyes peeled for that. Apologies for coughing there. But we won't keep you guys any longer. It is late, and of course I want to chill out, relax. I've had a busy night. I've been for a 5K as well when I got in. Got in at, you'll be very impressed, I got in at 5:45, and by 6:15, I hadn't even had my tea. I went out and I went for a run. So I'm very pleased with myself. Very, very pleased with myself. But I will leave you there. And like I say, do keep your eyes peeled. Shah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Shah. Keep your eyes peeled for content coming out on the SRL channel, of course. YouTube do try their best, and sometimes the notifications do miss, and they do miss, of course, your subscription boxes. So if you think, wow, it's been a few days since I've seen an SRL video, then make sure you get yourself on there and check the SRL channel out and make sure you've got yourself sorted. But I'm going to leave you guys there. Like I say, interesting football tomorrow night for you guys to look at. Real Madrid versus Paris Saint-Germain. No Kylian Mbappe tomorrow. Is that correct? It is. No Kylian Mbappe tomorrow. So that is a big one in that fixture. But let's leave you there. Thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't already, I do believe we're on 14 likes. If you've got a spare account, go and like it. Go on. Do it for me. Do it for me. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for watching, guys. And most importantly, as always, stay safe. Cheers.